Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All right, so let's try this again. Shopping links in the comments. Sorry for those who came on and had to watch me take my phone out of my... Got to see me at this angle. But it like alerted me that I was live, so I went to swipe it away and accidentally clicked on it, which Facebook has some very odd way of doing things. But anywho, sorry about that. I'm gonna wait for everyone to come back. Hello, hi guys. That was really funny. I'm glad I didn't say a bad word because I didn't know I was still being broadcasted. I actually didn't know I was still being broadcasted until I took it out of my tripod and looked at it. Oh, that's funny. All right, so, thank you. I curled it with the Le Rêve Flat Iron by Lange. It's my favorite one. If you want the link, message me. I'll give it to you. And then I pinned my top in the comments, and then I pinned my jewelry as well with the discount codes. So feel free to shop those there. And now we'll just go ahead and get started before something else weird happens. All right, so I'm going to pin my hair up. Remove that piece of lint on my eye. Okay. What is that? Oh, it's like dryness. Fun. Fun things. Okay, so we're going to do the Liquid Touch Foundation today for our coverage. This is one of my favorite coverages because it's just fast, it's flawless, it's buildable. So I love that you don't have to like have a ton of it or like use a lot of it if you're wanting more of a subtle soft coverage. Like the choice is yours, and I really love it about this. So I'm going to use the shade Lace, which is like my true shade during the winter and the spring. And then during the summer, I wear the shade Taffeta. If you're not sure what your summer shade is, with summer on the horizon, even though we are expecting a week of rain here in San Diego, message me a selfie facing a window, or you can just tell me what color you're using during the winter in the comments, or message me, and I'll tell you what your summer shade is. It's very easy for me to do that. So feel free to comment that. And like I always tell you guys, if you need to be color matched, or if you need any help picking out your products or anything under the sun, just comment color match in the comments and I will be so happy to help you. All right, so I just kind of put on a base layer of my Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace using my powder concealer brush. This is like my favorite brush because it applies it very flawlessly on my skin, very quickly, very easy, and it doesn't do it like a ton of it doesn't do it like, what's the words I want to use? Like not super streaky like a lot of brushes I've tried. So highly recommend to use the powder concealer brush for that. So now I'm going to use just a little bit more of the Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace, and I'm just going to kind of dot that around my skin. And I'm going to use my blending bud to really work this in everywhere. And I always tell you guys how important doing this step is. So using the blending buds is really going to kind of compress the makeup down into place versus just kind of swirling it around in your skin. So if you have large pores, fine lines and wrinkles, or just any other imperfection of your skin that kind of gets accentuated when you wear makeup, the blending buds are going to be like your saving grace. You get 2 when you purchase them, the large and the small, which is perfect for foundation and concealer. And you want to use them damp. So you want to wring them underneath the water until no water is falling from them, then they're ready to use. Hello, hi guys. If you use lace in the winter, what color would I be in the summer? Taffeta in the summertime. Let me see if anyone else asked. Let's see. Is it me or is the Liquid Touch smell so good? I completely agree with you, girl. What's the name of the makeup I'm using? The name of the makeup is unique and it's all available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. All right, and if anyone else needs to know what their summer shade is, go ahead and holler out what your winter shade is if you already use this brand and you love it. And I can tell you what your summer shade is. You're so pretty and kind. Oh, thank you. I went ahead and I linked my top and my jewelry in the description of this tutorial, so feel free to check that out there. And then I left you guys the discount codes too. Do I think undertones matter? Yes and no. I don't think they matter as much as people think they do. It's all about, I was explaining this the other day to somebody. when you're comparing, when you're thinking about makeup and matching, it's kind of like playing around with colors. Like when you put like yellow and green together, what color does that make? If you put blue and red together, what color does that make? The same thing kind of goes with makeup. If you're wearing lace foundation and then you wear the shade Satin in the pressed powder, that equals out my skin tone. So it just kind of depends, and this goes into the effect of like when I'm color matching people, and I recommend you a foundation, a concealer, and a pressed powder. If you're only getting the foundation, you're gonna come back to me and say it doesn't match. And the reason why it doesn't match, and the reason why most people have trouble with getting the perfect match with foundation, is because you're just trying to use one product. One product is not gonna equal out to your skin tone. We are so different. I am German, I am Indian, I am Norwegian. So that mixture, you can't make in a laboratory. Like you can't make that mixture in a laboratory for the color of my skin. And pretty much everybody is like that. It is very rare. Like if you can find a color that's perfectly your match, you're the exception, okay? So it's very important, especially when you're asking to be color matched, especially by me, to make sure to grab the full recommendation. When I'm saying the full recommendation, I'm not meaning you have to get the blush and the contour color and the brow pencil, but it's very important to make sure that you're getting the foundation, concealer, pressed powder. Those three things together equal your skin tone. I very rarely recommend just one product. I feel like out of our whole line, the only one product that you could use that would probably go and like give you a perfect match is the BB Flawless, only because it's more of a tinted moisturizer, not a coverage. So it kind of just blends into your skin and absorbs like your skin tone already. So that would be like the only product that I would say you could just wear by itself and be fine. So again, that was the BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer, and it's a very, very light coverage. It's more of a tinted moisturizer. So it's very important to make sure when you are getting color matched that you know what your foundation, your concealer, and your pressed powder are, because like I said, all of that really, really matters. I am eyelet in the winter. What do I need for the summer? Ooh. If you get really dark, I would do cashmere, but if you don't get like super dark, I would do chiffon for you. If you're organza in the winter and chiffon in the summer, but it sometimes looks orange, I would do eyelet for you taffeta for you, Michelle, during the summer, and not chiffon. Chiffon has more like pink undertones, which could oxidize on your skin to make it look like orangey. What kind of brush did you use to apply the foundation? I used both of these products, the powder concealer brush and the blending buds to apply. And then what you just saw me do, I did my Skin Solution Concealer, which is my favorite concealer ever. It really brightens and like brings forward your under eyes. Also has caffeine in it, so it's the best for getting your eyes to really like firm up and pop. It's very, very great, especially if you have puffiness on your under eyes or dark circles. I used it in the shade Organza. And then what you just saw me do is I used my stick foundation in the shade Chenille, which is like hands down the best cream contour out there. Like I said, it's a foundation technically, but it is so pretty and so soft and subtle. Isn't that gorgeous? It really accentuates your cheek structure without looking so super heavy. And it's also amazing if you have dry skin, because it's a cream contour, so it's not going to accentuate your fine lines as much as you think it would. So we're going to use the fat end of that blending bud and really work that in, which you saw me do, which is super fast. And now we're going to go ahead and set our under eye and wherever we get really oily with our blending bud it's flat. I'm going to spritz it with my setting spray, and we're going to use the translucent setting powder for this. So I popped the cap off mine so I could use it in what's called a baking technique, which is essentially just using a lot of it all over your skin. So before we set our makeup, we always make sure we don't have any like really accentuated lines forming, because once you set it, it really does set it into place. And like I said, we're going to use this wherever we get really oily or shiny, or wherever you used your concealer. So popping this all over my T-zone. It's khaki in the spray foundation. Almost every foundation looks yellow on me. Any suggestions? Trish, send me a selfie facing a window and I can color match you. Because like I said, foundation, if you're using it just by itself, it's not going to match. Most people, it's not going to match. You're going to want to have that perfect combination of powder, concealer, foundation, all of that. Not saying you have to wear all of that, but I'm saying that most people like I said, you can't like make it in a laboratory your perfect combination because we're all so different. Our heritage is also different. It really kind of depends. So send me a selfie or a comment color match in the comments. The concealer's bomb. It's so good. I wear khaki now, but I feel like it's a shade orange on me. Michelle, message me so I can color match you because you are a little bit darker than what I know like really, really well off the top of my head. Does it settle in your wrinkles? If you're talking about the concealer, the answer would be no on that guy. But if you're talking about the setting powder, it can settle in your wrinkles because it is more of a dry formula. But I actually did a whole tutorial on my mom the other day, and I showed you guys how to still use this product if you have more mature skin. Long story short, you just use less of it. When I put the exfoliating face mask on, it warms my face. Yeah, that could be normal. It's stimulating your collagen and your blood flow. Got both my packages. Yay! Your match was perfect. Oh, I'm so glad. If I'm lace, what color stick for contouring? Chenille, Jenny. Color match, perfect. We'll message you. What brand is the Blending Bud? Also from Younique. Everything I'm using is all right here. RheaHopeBeauty.com. It's kind of the best part too because everything I'm using you can get all in one spot. So now we're going to use my pressed powder to set my contour. So I love using pressed powder to contour with and to set with because it is super soft and subtle. And it really does just kind of warm up your complexion. So I'm just going to set my contour area and then I'm going to set the rest of my skin and then we're just going to fine tune the contour. Which this is like my favorite way of doing it when I am wearing a cream. I watch a few other women do makeup tutorials on here and you're by far the best. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Yay, awesome, Sylvia. Good morning. Yay, I'm so glad, Annie, you got your stuff. Okay, perfect. So now for the rest of our skin. So like I've been preaching this whole time, if you're just getting a foundation and you put it on and you're like, it looks way too light or it looks way too dark or it looks way too yellow or pink or whatever, and you're not using the full recommendation that I always give you, whether it be you missed out on the concealer, which could be a brightening tool, if you missed out on the powder, which can be really, in my opinion, the powder is probably the most important step in making sure your makeup matches. So if you're not getting the powder, you're missing out. Even if you have dry skin, the pressed powder from Younique is hands down the best pressed powder I have ever used. It's so silky. It's not heavy. It's not drying. Has a very light to medium coverage to it, especially if you're applying it with a big giant kabuki brush. I'm using the shade Satin, which when you mix the shade Lace with the shade Satin in the powder, it literally makes the perfect flawless skin tone of my skin. So like I said, if you need to be color matched or if you're not sure what your perfect match is, send me a selfie facing a window or comment color match in the comments and I'll message you your full recommendation. So now that we've set everywhere, now I'm going to really fine tune my contour, which again, I'm going to use a pressed powder, and if you're a similar complexion than I am, the shade Voile will work for you. So contour is one of those things that doesn't really matter about your skin tone per se. Like if you're super light, you'll be this one. If you're super dark, you'll be this one. It's kind of like, it's more of a grouped like recommendation, if that makes sense. So basically this color, which again, you could use the shade Voile, would work for pretty much everyone's skin tone unless you're like super dark complexion, or if you like really tan, really dark. That would be the only like way that I would have to recommend another color for you. So Voile in the pressed powder, in the Younique pressed powder, and then Chenille in the stick foundation pretty much go with everyone's skin tone. That is like the exception. All right, so now for blush, we're going to use the shade Sisterly, and this is hands down my favorite blush. Again, another product that doesn't really matter about your skin tone because this is just so pretty on all people. It is so illuminating of your skin. It gives you like this really pretty dewy finish. And it's very light, so it doesn't give you like that clown vibe where you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much blush on. It's very soft and subtle on your skin, and it's very flattering on. All right, so now to really illuminate, we're going to do the Touch a La Mode Luminizer, which is like a fancy word for highlight. And we're going to use this in the shade Pearly and just pop this all over our cheekbones and wherever you put like a highlight normally. just like highest parts. You could also do like Cupid's bow. You can also do like your brow bone. You can really pop this just about anywhere. It's very, very flattering on because it's going to really give you that dewy, glowy look, which is very pretty. Yes, the shade is Sisterly in the blush. Exactly. Sisterly. All right, so now for brows, I'm going to do my brow pencil in the shade Medium. Comb through, get any makeup out of there. All the way from South Africa. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. All right, so now for the rest of our makeup, we're going to do the brow pencil in the shade Medium. Let me get this piece of brow hair off there. Come on. So I'm going to go from the top of the tear ducts. We're going to go from the tear ducts all the way to the top of the eyebrow and just kind of like etch a little line there. Once you kind of have your line formed, and then I'm going to take the top portion and etch it towards the top of the arch. Once I get to the top of the arch, I'm going to do the same thing down below to the arch and then take it through the tail. And then now that we have like our outline of our eyebrow, now I'm going to color it in. And that's kind of the generalized way that I like to fill in my eyebrow. My favorite product for doing my brows is hands down this pencil because it has a retractable tip so you never have to worry about sharpening it. And it's really, really dainty. So you get the perfect hair-like strokes with it. It's also not overly pigmented to the point where it looks too dark on, and it's very easy to blend out with the spoolie side. So if you're new at drawing on your eyebrows, one, it makes such a big difference. Check that out. Look how this side makes my face look so structured, so framed, versus this side that kind of looks messy and meh. But it also looks like I have so much more room for eyeshadow on this side versus this side. So it really kind of gives your eyes a little bit of a lift. So very important step, even if you're not doing full glam, even if you just want to give your eyebrows just a little bit of structure. Same thing here, top of the arch to the corner. Same thing here. And then throughout the tail. Now, I use our Esteem Lash Serum on my eyebrows every single night, and I love how amazing it makes your brows and your lashes grow. It's only $24 too. So if you have really sparse eyebrows or lashes, you need to get the Esteem Lash Serum. It's the best. All right, so now that we have that pretty much done, okay, now I always like to take the spoolie side and then kind of comb through just to soften it up a little bit. Just like that. I'm actually going to take this a little bit longer. Okay. Never did my eyebrows until I started following you. What a difference. Amen, sister friend. All right, so now for eyes. We're going to do a new eye look. I've actually never done this before, but I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I bet that'd look really pretty. So we're going to try it. So hopefully it turns out okay, because we're live. So I'm going to go ahead and use my eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and I'm going to draw on my waterline with this. And I love this eyeliner because it's only 15 bucks and actually stays where you put it. It doesn't like smear or smudge or build up or anything like that. However, if you are not a fan of eyeliner for that reason, I'm going to show you guys another trick, and this is going to be the eye look for today, of what you can also do to get your eyeliner to look great. All right, so first off, I want to show you guys this. So this is the eyeshadow palette. When you buy eyeshadows from Younique, it's really rad because you can buy them individually with just the pan, or you can buy this. I missed this. Oh, I'll fix it later. Or you could buy this with the little like individual spot, or you can build a palette of 4, or you can build a palette of 8. Or if you've been buying eyeshadow from me for a while and you have more than 8, more than 4, we also sell these. This is the palette of 25, and it's really, really cool because It has a mirror, and then it also has, these are all magnetic, so it literally just, you can pop it right out. It says the name on the bottom, and you just pop it right in. So they also sell this palette too. So we're going to use the shade Legendary, which is right here, this solid black color. And then we're going to use another color too, but let me fix my eyebrow for our little perfectionist followers. I'm teasing you, but good enough. All right, so now we're gonna do the liner shader, and I'm gonna grab this side right here, which is just angled, and we're gonna dip it right into that color Legendary, which again is black. And then we are going to pull our eyelid just ever so slightly. I'm gonna drag this along the lash line. Grab a little more. Turn the brush. And I'm gonna go just a little tiny bit past my lash line. Just a wee bit, okay? Now I'm gonna take that same brush, and I'm not gonna dip it in anything, and then I'm gonna drag it underneath the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna press it upward to meet that. And now we have a super soft little wing. Isn't that easy? That's it. That's all we're gonna do. No other eyeshadow, just that. Isn't that pretty? It almost looks like you have a bunch of eyeshadow on, like a clear coat or whatever, or like a champagne color, but you don't. Always is a very strong word, but let's go ahead and do this side. And I'm going to drag this along this line. I always like to say too, makeup is not about being perfect, and it's not about any of that. It's about feeling beautiful. If you feel beautiful and your makeup and your eyes are all smudged and your lipstick's bleeding all over the place, who's to say that that's wrong? Like, I want you, the goal of these tutorials is not to make you feel perfect. The whole gist of these tutorials is make you to feel your best and make you feel beautiful, whatever that means. Whatever, even if that means no makeup, that's what I want. And my goal is to never come off as that I want to be perfect or that I want to look like I have everything all together. I always say this too, I'm like, good enough, because it makes me happy and it makes me feel like it's good enough. That is what matters. Okay, so now along the lower lash line, and then I'm gonna take the angled side and then push upward. I might grab a little bit more. We went a little too far with that one. But it's alright, we're gonna fix it. Because we have to look perfect. I'm just kidding. I'm just yoking. Alright, I'm gonna finish before we fix. Alright, I'm going to take the color in the shade Optimistic, which is really pretty champagne. It's my favorite color for highlighting. And we're going to pop this on the inner corner of our our inner corner of our eye. Almost like on your nose. Just like that. Pretty. Alright, and then let's fix. So I'm going to take my blending bud. And I'm going to blend, or not blend, I'm going to blend this out. I'm just going to bounce this on that corner, and it will kind of soften it up and almost like hide it. So if you ever mess up, you can literally just kind of like sharpen that up a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay, so now let's do setting spray, and then we're going to do, I'm not defensive. If I was defensive, I'd be mad. I'm not mad. I am happy as a clam. All right, so I'm going to use my Touch Bold setting spray and spritz this all over my skin. And we're going to let that dry. And the reason that you want to make sure to spray your makeup with the Touch Bold setting spray, very, very important step. So this is going to add moisture into your foundation, which is going to take away that like makeup-y look or the powdery look. So if you ever feel like your makeup, and this happens to me all the time, when I'm putting my makeup on, I'm like, gosh, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like so flawless. And then I spray it with my setting spray. I'm like, boom, there she is. So, her glam's really happy. I would hope they are. So it's really important to make sure to do that when you're finished. I like to do it before I do my mascara though, because it's not going to make my mascara like more wet. So it prevents transferring. So if you find that your mascara is smudging or smearing a lot, try doing it that way. Try doing your setting spray and then do your mascara. Okay, so now we're going to do Twisted Mascara first. I did this the other day and I really loved how like crazy long and gorgeous my lashes were. So we're going to do this step again. So we're going to go straight in with the Twisted Mascara. And we're going to do one coat of this from the base of the lash all the way up. On the back side. Don't forget the backs. And you can actually get this mascara for free right now with any order of $75. And then they're also running another special too, that if you buy $125, you get this mascara for free, plus free shipping, plus the liquid eyeshadow in Reverent. And then if you spend $175, you get all of what I just listed, plus the liquid lipstick in Successful, which is kind of a darker nude, but it's a really pretty liquid lipstick. All right, so once we've done one coat, now I'm going to go back in with another. And then over on this side. And like I had said, if you guys need any help picking out your products, your makeup, your skincare, your tools, you name it, just message me here on Facebook. I would be so happy to help you. My foundation stick, it doesn't transfer all when I wear it. Oh, nice. Awesome. Does the free shipping apply to England? It does. At $100. And it's cool too because with my website, you can actually shop no matter where you are, whether you live in England, Mexico, UK, like literally anywhere that Younique is sold. And all you have to do is go to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, which is written in the comments, and then you will change the American flag to your country's flag. Not only will it change into your language, but it also changes into your currency too. So it's really cool. So I'm thinking I need perfect eyeshadow. Do you mean perfect the liquid liner? Or liquid liner, the eyeliner? Either way, message me and I'd be happy to help you. Alright, so the best part of this mascara, besides the fact that it has keratin argan oil and biotin infused in it, so it really helps your lashes grow while you're wearing it, is that it also has this teeny tiny little wand, which is seriously amazing if you have short lashes or if you just have a hard time with mascara getting it to be not like all over the place. It's very easy to use. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the 4D mascara right on top. And the 4D mascara is really, really cool because it has fibers infused in it, so it gives you like the longest, fullest lashes, like 2 birds, 1 stone. And it's really fun to kind of put it on top to really give you that dramatic lash look. Plush was discontinued a while ago. You link the dope hair shirt. I can't link it, but if you head to Nothing But Pixies, he has it on his website. Okay, so 4D mascara is on. Woo, look at those lashes. Yes, I did not use lash primer on purpose. I've been kind of liking mixing it up a little bit, and I thought that this, like the Twisted with the 4D, was really, really pretty on together. Okay, so now for lips. We're going to do this lip liner, which I have linked on my Like to Know It. I'm allergic to mascara, but not eyeliner. Do you have mascara for sensitive eyes? I would highly recommend the Twisted mascara. It's the most sensitive out of all of them. The 4D mascara is the purple tube, yeah. All right, and I'll line our lips. once we've lined our lips, now we're going to go in with my favorite lipstick in the shade Easy Street. And pop this right on. You're eating pie? Nice. I'm not a big fan of pie. Besides the Marie Claire one, the chocolate one, that's my favorite. Yeah, Karen, message me. Oh, the shadow I use is the shadow in the shade Legendary. And that's going to be under the pressed eyeshadows. Okay, so that was Easy Street. Now I'm going to take the lip butter, which these lip butters are so amazing, and they're all back in stock besides this one color, which is Casual Friday. But if you want to be alerted when this does get back in stock, make sure to text Rhea Hope to the phone number 25456. That is where I alert you guys to like really amazing deals, if something's restocked, like something like that. I send out the text. So it's not like a service, it's not a bot or anything like that. It's literally me sending out the text, and I don't like bombard you guys or anything, and it's not like a group text or anything. So make sure to sign up for my text subscribe, which again, you go on your phone like you're going to text your friend, and the number is 25456, and then you'll text Rhea Hope, all one word. It only works in the US, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But make sure to do that so I can alert you when this color gets back in stock. But you could also use the color Quick Getaway, which would give you a little bit of a comparable result. So make sure to sign up for the text subscribe so I can alert you when that's back in stock. But the color, which is Quick Getaway, would give you a similar result as well. Could you see the hair products on your website? Karen, the website for my hair products and tools is right there. I just commented it in the comments. Aw, thank you, Lan. You're so sweet. So I would love to help you guys. If you have any questions, make sure you're following me over on Instagram. My name there is Rhea Hope, and I'm constantly doing really fun things on my Instagram story, so make sure you follow me there. So again, Rhea Hope. And then if you haven't yet, make sure you head to my page here on Facebook, and you make sure that you are following it, and then you give it a thumbs up too. There's 2 options per page, so make sure you do both, so that way you don't miss out on any future lives. And then you can also, up here in the right hand corner, you can click those 3 dots to turn on live notifications so you don't miss out on any future lives. But I would love to help, so make sure to message me here on Facebook if you guys have any questions or if you need any help picking out your makeup or your skincare, anything under the sun. What can I use to help my dry lips look nicer in that lipstick? I would highly recommend this product right here. This is called the Lip Exfoliator. It's kind of like a sugar scrub, and it's the best for getting all of that dead skin off your lips, which will help your lips look way plumper and way smoother. And you can use it as many times as you want, but I would recommend starting out with using it before bed and then also in the morning. Yes, perfect. Make sure to message me here on Facebook. I'd be so happy to help you guys. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.